Well, I'm like running into this a little bit, and we've talked about this where, we've been doing this podcast, and kind of a lot of my focus has been, seeing this through and developing it, and,
Right.
but and we're putting stuff out consistently. Like early June, I was like, this summer I'm trying to, as you guys probably know if you've been listening, I'm trying to really improve my systems and processes and organization. And so I went back like a year, and we did exactly 130 episodes in the last year, from June 2nd, like June 2nd, 2020 to, no, 21 to 22 now. And, but there's this, I've talked about it with you, I've talked about it with Matt Bones, who's in Bone Lane, and there's like a part of me that just like is like yearning and suffering because I want to work on something, a creative project that's like a part of you and your soul, and you just like spend so much time in it. So throughout this time, I started writing fiction back in 2020 when like the pandemic hit and we all, you had to bunker down. So I just started writing. And then I was like, this is probably the most like pivotal moment of anybody who exists right now, their life.
Yeah.
At least until this point. Why would I spend it just like inside? I got to be out exploring and experiencing this. Yeah. So since then, I've just been living life, and the writing, what I realized, going back to what we said earlier about getting to know oneself better, is like I don't write from imagination in a way. I write from experience.
Right.
So it's like I got to experience this. But I just keep collecting source material.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was talking to this woman the other day. So we were at the Chicago Athletic Association. We got rain coming down on us. I think we should keep going.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
I'm down. Yeah.
Okay. And we have a tour right behind us. For those of you that don't know, John Dillinger, a notorious gangster, was shot and killed in that alleyway right there. They made a movie about it called Public Enemies. Christian Bale, Johnny Depp. This was back when I was in college. My freshman year, they shut this street down.
Yeah.
Put cobblestone here. They had signs that made it look like 1930s Chicago. So there's, in the summer, like 15 tours a day that stop by there. You can kind of hear them.
Yeah.
But so I was at the Athletic Association. I noticed this woman sit next to me, or at the table next to me. So we strike up a conversation, and I was telling her, because she was doing some writing, I was like, yeah, I'm writing this book right now. And then she asked about it. I was like, yeah, I got all the source material. I just got to write the outline and write it. And as I said that, I'm like, that's the most pathetic thing I've ever said. Like, that sounded so pathetic. Because that sounds like every non-writer out there. Yeah, I got all these ideas. I just got to write it. And the difference between writers and non-writers is that writers write.
Right.
So ever since that moment, I'm like, all right, yeah, you're collecting all the source material. You got to sit down. You got to figure this out.
That's, it's truly one of the most difficult things too. And like, I feel very lucky. I've spent a lot of time practicing writing. I think I'm a decent enough writer. But like actually sitting down to do it, especially from this academic standpoint, is very difficult. Because like during the school year, you're getting paid, you're teaching, but you have no time because you're just constantly teaching, constantly grading, helping students, working here. And then in the summer, when you have a little bit more time, you're not getting paid to teach, so then you have to take on other jobs, and then you run back into that problem of like running out of time. So right now, I have 3 jobs, and then I'm writing my dissertation. So I tell people I have like 4 jobs. Between just the jobs, it's around 80 to 90 hours of work a week, and then the dissertation is on top of that. And I like to spend at least 15 to 20 hours on that. So in a like normal week right now, I'm spending around 100 hours working, which is horrible. It's really like a 12-hour day every day of the week. And it's just nonstop. And it's between research and writing and being at the bar to try and like finish it and actually get words onto paper. Because for too long, especially during COVID when the world was shut down, I was running into that wall where I wasn't writing as much as I would have wanted to. And now that things are a little bit more open up, I've been able to do a little bit of the travel. I'm really trying to like settle down and put words on paper. So
yeah, I've been doing that now, and I told you this. I was like, yeah, I've been writing. It's so much fun, just to like get in there.
Yeah, I love it.
And then every word matters, and the stuff I have written, like when I look back at it, I'm like, hey, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm not changing that.
Yeah.
You know, which will depend once editors get their hands on it. But
we'll see about
we'll see about that, Rich. But yeah, that's what's it's cool too, because like, well, I told you that it brought me back into writing extensively, like in 2018 when I wrote my first book.
Right.
And I'm noticing I can use structures and lessons learned and things I did from that book and apply them to this one.
Right.
Whereas the other two books, I mean, one was a children's book, another one was an art book.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, there was less words,
Right.
which means you got to, it's a different kind of writing.
Definitely.
But with fiction, you know, you're just like pounding the stuff out.
Yeah.
And I noticed I'm drinking LaCroix again.
Yeah.
I haven't drank LaCroix since like 2018 when I was writing.
Yeah.
And I have like a writing music
Yeah.
that I do.
So same.
This like piano kind of music.
Same.
And then I have like writing break music,
Yeah.
which is my 2022 summer playlist.
Love that.
Got Harry Styles, Dua Lipa on it. We got some reggaeton, where it's like very high energy. When I'm taking a break from writing, taking a step back, all of a sudden you start dancing. But it's different writing in the summer.
Yeah.
Compared to like I was writing in the winter and early spring.
100%.
It's just weird. It's weird to me to write in a tank top and shorts.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to process it, like
It always makes me feel guilty. It's funny.
It's
you say
weird.
that. Yeah. I feel always very guilty writing in the summer because I know myself, and I know that I like. Again, very introverted, so I do spend a lot of time at home trying to just like relax away from things if I have time off, working too many hours anyways. But when it's so nice out, I want to take advantage of that because I know what's coming with the Chicago winter. And that's going to be really, like, you are locked inside. Like, don't go outside.
Yeah.
So historically, I've always done my best writing in the winter from, like, 1 to 7 in the morning. Like, that's, like, prime David writing time.
Wait, so this is 1 a.m. to 7 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's how I work. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I like the stillness of life at those times, especially in the winter.
It's so awesome. Yeah.
When there's like a fresh snow and you can like go step outside for a second and like that cold air just kind of smacks you in the face, but it's so like bone-chillingly quiet to a point where it's almost scary but also relaxing. Like that's when I feel like my brain is able to like really, really get the best workout. In the summer, I always feel a little distracted or like I should be out enjoying something if I have the time, because otherwise I'm spending my time inside writing or researching or working or teaching. And I don't want my entire life to be work. It currently is, but I would like that to not be everything. So that's definitely something that I've dealt with and like tried to navigate.